Okay. Kids always love motorcycles. Alrighty, welcome to what is the first in a series of Multistrada 1260 reviews slash rides slash videos, whatever you want to call them. This is the 2018 S Touring with some DSG improvements, Gen 3.5 Multistrada. It is a mid-cycle update to an existing platform. So before you go anywhere else, let me explain to you why I like the Multistrada so much. First and foremost, comfortable because I'm an old man. Second, kind of stealthy looking, which is awesome for, law enforcement reasons. But third, the way this bike is designed, it was based on the Ducati 1198 sport bike, which came out in 2009. At that point, Ducati was in need of a profitable, well-selling motorcycle, because at that time it only had really monsters, super bikes, and a couple weird random things. You either loved or hated. They weren't really big sellers. So, in 2010, we saw the release of the second generation Ducati Multistrada, which was, in essence, a 1198 sport bike with a taller frame and all the old guy stuff thrown in for good measure. It had Öhlins, which were electronically adjustable. It had a wicked motor with tons of torque, and it had a brilliant chassis, which actually made it very comfortable and easy to ride without sacrificing the sporty kind of crazy shit. I loved it. It was basically a giant 1200cc hypermotard with bags and a windscreen. It was awesome, just awesome. And I will happily admit, if you're still here, for the exact same reason you might not be, is that I did not like this bike at all. I thought it was an old man bike for old men, and I didn't like the way it looked at all. With the bags on, with the big windscreen. I would never in a million years ride a bike like that. On a Ducati demo day back in 2011, I was forced to take my Ducati Rep's personal Multistrada S Touring in black with a Turbo race pipe. Holy shit, did I almost blow out my own leathers with a forceful exit of my duties from my body. It kind of changed my mind. It was a rude awakening as to the fact that there's other bikes out there than sport bikes. I'm thrilled to say ever since then I've been a complete convert. If you have not put yourself onto a Multistrada, I highly recommend trying to find your local dealer, but mostly me at Bocycle. Actually, even if you're from Europe, come to Canada and buy it and ship it back. I promise the extra sarcasm is worth the shipping cost. So hopefully that gives you a little insight into this motorcycle and the basics of it if you're unfamiliar with it, or me. And now let's jump right into the corny edits and fantastic music and really quite poor production values. So before I let you continue on, let me give you the Cliff Notes version of this motorcycle, as if I were reading the brochure to you like every other online reviewer will do. It's time for a little refresh. The differences are a quick up-down shifter. It's got slightly revised fairings on the side, not super interested in that either. It has a 1262cc motor, which I am interested in. The way it delivers power is just truly ridiculous. A bike like this has no business behaving the way it does in sport mode, but more on that later. But the best part about this bike is actually the swing arm. Not only have they updated the wheel styling, they have also slightly changed the geometry of the swing arm, made it a little bit longer. And what that does, because this is important on a touring bike, is makes it more stable under acceleration when you're leaning over. So never mind GPS or all that boring BMW crap. No. What you want in a touring motorcycle is a swing arm that improves stability under hard acceleration when leaning over. That's what I call priorities right there. What I'm excited for is actually the upcoming Multistrada app, although I suspect it'll be extremely incriminating due to the lean angle, top speed, average speed stuff being logged in your bike. The cool part about it is that you'll be able to set up your motorcycle from your smartphone. So does that improve the motorcycle? I don't know, but it definitely improves the experience to me. So that I am excited for. You will see more of that in the future, of course. In the meantime, please enjoy this dubious video edit by DSG Production Company. So now that we're back where we started this video, exact same spot, I think it's time for some conclusions. How can I describe the Multistrada? Well, my best advice would be get on one, see what you think, because it'll surprise you every time. Because even by my own admission, I did not like this motorcycle when it first came out. I didn't like the way it looks. But now I swear by it. It's my go-to for everything. So give it a chance. Go to a demo somewhere, preferably with me at Motorcycle, because that's better. Because this is the perfect motorcycle. If I could only have one bike and that's it, I'm sitting on it right now. This one is perfection. I promise you will not be disappointed. Confused, you'll have a really weird boner, but you'll love it. DSG out, Multistrada first ride review done. Stay tuned for more Multistrada content. This is my long-termer, so we're going to see what the first service is like, what the first season is like, and we are going to do a track day on it, so you'll see how she rips their butt at a racetrack as well, versus all the real sports backs. You can catch all this beautiful sunset action in a second here on @Ducati Sales Guy on Instagram, by the way. That's exactly what I'm setting up to do right now, is a little sexual sunset photography. DSG out. While I have you here, seeing as we're talking about all the different modes and capabilities of the bike, here are the modes. To change them, you click and hold the mode enter button, and use the up and down arrow right there, and to pick the next one. The function itself is not too different from the 2015 to 2016 Multistrada. However, the graphics are a little bit cleaner because I suspect we have to dumb it down a little bit for the BMW owners converting onto Multistrada.